I'm Sherry Liebenthal. I was born and raised here in Ninilchik, Alaska. I am a descendant of a lady named Agrafena. I'm a 7th generation Ninilchik. Ninilchik is God's heaven on earth. Most beautiful place. If you get here once, you'll never want to leave. The community of Ninilchik is very caring and giving, loving. I'm sorry. I'm starting to cry. It's just the people care. It's just a wonderful place to be. It's making me emotional again. I don't know why.
Like many Ninilchik residents, Sherry is certain Alaska is visited by things from beyond this realm.
I believe in UFOs. I do not believe we are alone in the universe. There are like lithographs and stuff on stone in like the pyramids showing that they've come to this earth for millions of years. I know they've been around. There are definitely UFOs flying around Cook Inlet. I mean, they're there.
Sherry didn't always have such an open mind. But in 2020, something happened that made her and her daughter true believers.
The day of this experience was just a normal day. Got off work, went to the bar to have a beer with my daughter, Tiffany.
My name's Tiffany Stonecipher. I live here in Ninilchik, Alaska. We're just having a few drinks, just a casual little get-together. There was maybe, a dozen people there, and we're just sitting there, and all of a sudden someone says, "Hey, what's that?"
Hey, Sherry, Tiffany. You see that up there? Look out the window, right up there. What is that?
And we all jumped up and ran to the windows and looked, and wow.
There's just this bright light, something that doesn't usually exist when we're looking. And it's very close. It's very large, and it's very close.
They were huge. There was 4 bigger than the sun, bigger than the moon, 4 big orange orbs in front of the mountains.
I felt kind of pulled, almost like magnetized to it.
So we all got a smart idea. Hey, let's all run down to the beach and really look at them.
Do you see that? There's 4 of them. What the hell?
We get to what we call the sand dunes. You come through and then it opens up to see the inlet.
Mom, do you see that?
And when we got down to the beach and we get out and we look up, and it's above us. This crazy, glowing, huge light.
Wow. Whoa. What the? Mom.
And from, it looked like almost like baby lights were coming down from it and coming up from it. And then they just moved.
And they're dancing around.
Satellites don't move like this. Planes don't move like this.
And there was more than 4. There was 8 of them dancing around in the sky.
It's amazing. Do you see? It's like coming apart and then it comes back together.
Like they're molecular of some sort.
And then all of a sudden they all went into one and just disappeared.
What the hell? Where'd it go? Do you see it anywhere?
We were scared. It's a feeling of you're just in awe of something that you're taught your whole life isn't real, and it's right there in front of you.
Where did it go? It just disappeared? There's like nothing.
Tiffany recorded the bizarre phenomenon on her phone. But to her dismay, the images were fleeting on camera.
I think they know how to block and jam stuff. We're never going to get real good pictures of anything.
When you're trying to record in the dark like this, I don't think any technology like that is going to be able to to take on and capture what you're seeing with your own eyes in that kind of darkness.
Tiffany may not have captured hard evidence of the UFO encounter, but she's 100% certain of what she and her mom witnessed that night.
We're seeing with our own eyes and we're hearing with our own ears, and it's otherworldly. So when you see something like that and it's in front of you, you can't deny that.
Nonetheless, many fellow villagers have tried to debunk Tiffany and Sherry's account.
I've told plenty of people about this experience, but they say I'm crazy. They try and explain it away, you know, oh, it was the military, or oh, it was flares, or oh, it was this. Well, once you've seen a UFO, you start keeping your eyes open and checking things out because they're there.
And she thinks she knows why.
I'm of the mind that they are mining our minerals out of our mountain ranges for fuel for their ships. I'm believing because we're having more and more earthquakes and more eruptions in the mountains and all of that, so I believe that they're doing something with it.
Whatever the motive, Tiffany will never look at the sky the same again.
My name is Bruce Manley, and I live in Kasilof, Alaska. Been living here in the same house since 1979. I've lived in Alaska since 1972. I was born and raised in Virginia. Came up here when I was 19 years old. Went to work in the oil field out in the platforms out in Cook Inlet. I did that for a few years, and then after that, I got into commercial fishing shortly after. Kasilof is a beautiful place. I fell in love with this area because I fish just downstream. Everybody loves the summers in Alaska, but the winters are quiet and peaceful, and I like that.
But even in this land of epic solitude, there are ominous clues that we are not alone.
Alaska's a big place, a lot of darkness. It just stands to reason. You got a lot of outdoor people that look outdoors, that you'd probably have a better chance of seeing a UFO. After this encounter, I definitely believe in it now. I was working out in Swanson River, which is an oil field about 40 miles from here. It was a 12-hour shift, just got done, got home here about 1 o'clock. I was sitting in my living room, just unwinding, getting ready to go to bed, when I looked out my window and I seen these lights moving real slow. I just couldn't figure out what would be out moving around out in the dark like that. So I got up, I walked as far as closest to the river as I could. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Bruce could not believe what he saw next. Just 100 feet in front of him, hovering over the river.
It was a triangle, black triangle, about 25 feet long. The back end of it was maybe 20 feet wide. It had 3 lights, 1 light on each corner, a white, a green, and an amber. It was moving about the speed of someone walking, maybe 3 or 4 miles an hour. As it got close, I could see the lights, of course, and I noticed it wasn't making any noise. And so as it came by, it got about 25 feet from me. I felt like if I ran fast enough and jumped, I could probably jump on the thing. That's how close it was. And it just went by. It never slowed down or nothing. The same speed, just passed me by. And for some reason, I don't know why, I started picking up snow and started making a snowball. And as the thing came by me, I hit it with a snowball.